Hi guys, it's Rhonda, and today we're going to be talking about coloring books. Coloring books are super fun, they're super popular with kids and with adults. So I'm going to show you two different ways you can make coloring books today using Artistly. All right, so here I am inside of Artistly, and we are going into the Fast AI Image Designer. All right. Now I know I want to create a coloring book. So we can do this two different ways here inside of Artistly. The first way is to come up here to AI Design Agents and use the coloring book feature. Okay. Excuse me. So for this, I would just enter in my title. Let's do Cowgirl and Cowboy Coloring Book. And where our theme is Western, Kids, Cowboys, and Cowgirls. And for this example, we're only going to do 10 pages. We'll choose our style, which is coloring page. And I'm not going to do with colored version. I did one of those earlier, and I'll show you what that looks like. And here you just give it a reference prompt. And I'm just going to come over here, and I had Bob or ChatGPT create a base prompt for me. Simple black and white coloring book line art for kids. We don't really need that, but you know, we're going to put it in there. And then you have the spot for your intro pages, basically your cover page, your book cover, and then your back cover. And I created these earlier. So let me scroll down here and find the ones I'm looking for. All right, we're going to grab this one for my cover page, and then we're going to scroll. We're just going to select another one of these for the back page. All right. And then you just click on Generate Coloring Book. And just like the joke book and the cookbook, these take a few minutes to get generated. So we'll give it a minute and then we'll be back. All righty. So you can see here that this is in progress and creating. So I am going to show you the one I made earlier with the color version. Now this is the flip book. So opening it up, we just hit the arrows and it flips through. And this is what the colored is. It has your coloring page on one side and then a color version on the other. And that's just how it is through the whole book. So if a kid wants to, they can copy the colors and do it that way. I'm not a fan of this method. Okay. While it seems easy to do, you get what you get. You have no control over the images that have been included into your coloring book. Take this one, for instance. Our character has 3 legs, and I'm not sure if she's supposed to be a girl or a horse. Okay. So I would never include this image in a coloring book, but here it is. So that is the one reason, the biggest reason that I don't like to use the coloring book generator. All right. And this one, I don't know what that has to do with cowgirls or cowboys at all, other than she's holding a rope, but she also has like 1,800 fingers, give or take 1 or 2, you know? So this is, again, an image I absolutely would not use. So I do not like to use the coloring book generator. Nobody who is getting a coloring book is going to be using this flip book style anyway, because you want to download your images to color them. This is not Western. Again, you know, you give it a theme and it just runs with it, and you have no control over what is going into it. The only way you're going to use this anyhow is to download it as a PDF file. Well, we can create our own PDF, all right? So I very much like the coloring book style of Artistly. If you go into the AI Art Illustrator, the coloring page style is perfect for kids' coloring books. If you wanted a little more advanced, you can go to the adult coloring book style. And all 3 of these make great coloring pages, but in this case, we're making a coloring book for kids. So what I did is I went to ChatGPT and I told ChatGPT I wanted to make a dinosaur themed coloring book. And what I needed was 25 prompts for my pages. I needed a prompt for my front cover, a prompt for the "This book belongs to" page, and a prompt for the back cover. Now, by the time you see this video, I will have a custom GPT created. This is just the beginning of it, and I'm working on it now, where all you'll have to do is enter in your coloring book subject, what you want it to be about, and the GPT will automatically spit out all of this information for you at one time. No headaches, no hassles, no, hassle at all. You'll just, bam, just that quickly. You'll have your prompts and your cover pages. So I am going to start right here with my cover page. I'm going to copy that prompt. And in the AI Art Illustrator, I do not want to use the coloring page style for this. I want to use a different style. I'm going to go with the watercolor inspired digital. I'm going to paste that prompt in. I'm going to change my aspect ratio to 3:4, and I'm going to generate 4 images just so I have options, so I have choices. Next, I'm going to do the same thing for my This Book Belongs To page. So I'm just going to hit the eyeball here. I'm going to click on Regenerate, and it'll take me down here to my prompt box with the same style selected. And all I have to do is make sure I remember to change the dimensions. I wish that saved that for me when I click Regenerate, but unfortunately it doesn't. But we're going to go do this again. Hit the eyeball, regenerate. I do like this though. It's still a time saver, just taking me right back to the prompt box with the style that I already used still selected. So now we have our cover pages created. Okay, we have our front page, our dinosaur coloring book. We have our This Book Belongs To page, and we have our back cover. Okay, so next we're going to just start creating our coloring pages. So I'm going to come back over here to Bob, and I'm just going to select my first prompt. And we don't really need this extra part because here in Artistly, if we select the coloring page style, it knows that's what we want. So all I have to do is put smiling T-Rex standing upright with tiny arms. And if I want to add some elements to this, I can. Surrounded by tropical trees and plants. Okay. And we will set our dimensions to 3:4, and I'm going to generate 4 images. Then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to grab my next prompt, and I am going to come up, and this is adorable. So I'm going to regenerate, and I can paste this in and leave the surrounded by tropical trees and plants if I want to, or I can erase that and just have the triceratops. But I think I like having a little bit more to these pages than just the dinosaur. So I'm going to grab the next prompt. I'm going to come in here, regenerate. Now this one I am going to paste in, and baby dinosaur hatching from a cracked egg in the middle of a large nest. Okay, just adding a little extra onto some of these. Friendly dinosaur family standing together. And we'll come in here, regenerate, standing together next to a river. All right, and we'll do this, and we'll generate those. And I'm only going to do about 10 pages for this example. All right, I don't think we need to do all 25 pages. With large rounded back plates, walking through the trees. And I'm just changing up the end part to have a little bit different scenery. Like I said, you don't have to do that at all. And in fact, in this one, I'm probably going to leave this plain. So we do have some that are just spread wide with random clouds all around. This was a bad one. I want to have clouds around my pterodactyl, so. And next is Brontosaurus. Again, we'll just come in here, click regenerate because it keeps our style that way. 3:4, 4 images. Playful dinosaur roaring. Regenerate. 3:4. And we just keep repeating until we have as many images as we want. Dinosaur footprints across the ground. And I think this one will be our last right here. And again, change it, the aspect ratio, and the number of images. Okay, so now since we are not going to create this in here, what I am going to do now is before I download all these images, I want to upscale them because these are going to be printed on like 8.5 by 11 paper. So I want to make sure the images are nice and crisp and clear. Some of these images aren't perfect and I would probably regenerate them a time or two, but for the sake of time in this video, I am just going to use what I've been given on my first run. Okay. So, but I do want to upscale all the images for my book. So what I'm going to do before I download is I'm going to come up here to the top to AI bulk actions. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to create a new action. And now it's going to tell me to choose my images that I want to include. So I'm going to choose these from the library. And I am just looking at the different images that I've made. And I want this one. And I'll take that one for my back cover. And we want this one. And I guess that one. No, that one. And this one. This one, but we have a few of them here that we're just going to select. And then I want one of this book belongs to pages. I want one of those. And this one looks cute. This one looks cute. And I want my cover page. And I think we'll go with these. All right. So we've got several dinosaur coloring pages. We've got our cover page, our back page, our this book belongs to page. And I think we are ready now to just click select up here, showing that we selected all the images that we want to. And then we click on add step and we are going with upscale image. Okay. And we're only upscaling. We are not improving human face or anything. Once we do that, we just click on build action. And you can call this anything you want. It doesn't save. And we click build. Now this will take a couple minutes for it to upscale everything. Now we're looking at this and you see it looks like it's 1:1 ratio, but when it's finished, it's back to your normal 3:4, 3:4, and you can click on it and check to see if it's been upscaled. And you can look at your dimensions and they are 3184 by 4096. So they are upscaled and ready to go. Okay. So we just wait for them to finish. It only takes a minute or two. It doesn't really take too long for them to upscale all of these files. And they're done. So now what we're going to do is we'll come back up here to the top and we're going to select bulk download. We're going to click that. And now I can select this whole row. Can select this whole row, this whole row, this whole row, and then just the first two on this row. And I know because this is the last one that was generated when we were making our designs. So once I have everything selected I want, I'm just going to click download selected and it's going to download as a zip file. And it will take a few minutes for it to zip this all up. And then I'm just going to make a folder in here called dinosaur coloring book. And I'm going to save that zip file inside that folder. And now here is the folder. I'm going to open that up and I'm going to extract all the images in that folder. And it will take just a second for that to do it. Alrighty, they're all done and I'm going to view large icons. Okay, so now here are all our images. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Canva now. I can close out Artistly. I'm going to go to Canva, custom size, and I'm going to choose 8.5 by 11. All right. And it's going to open up here our blank canvas for us. And I'm just going to go to uploads and I'm going to click on upload files and I will come in here to our dinosaur coloring book and I am going to select all of these images and upload them to Canva. Okay. And we'll give that a couple minutes till it uploads them all. It doesn't take that long. Alrighty. So these are all uploaded. So now we're just going to start putting our PDF together and I'm going to drag in my dinosaur coloring book cover page, and I'm just going to make that fit our image here. And I don't have to upscale because we already did that, okay? And then the next page would be our "This book belongs to" page. And again, we'll just slip that in there, add a page, and now we can start adding our coloring pages. And you can add these in whatever order you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna grab them in the order that they are in the folder over here, in the uploads folder. And I'm not making these images quite as big as the paper. I want a little bit of edges, okay? Most printers don't print all the way to the edge, and it's nice, you know, to have a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just making them just a little bit smaller than the full-size page. And that's up to you if you want to do that. You can even put a border around them if you want to make them look even a little more finished. Again, that's, you know, completely optional. It's not required, but you know, if you want to do that, you most certainly can. I did not mean to hit background remover. I meant to get rid of the stroke for the borders. That's what I was trying to do because I don't want them. So I'm going to move on to my next page. And like I said, you know, if you use a border, that's up to you. I just don't feel it's necessary every time. And which one is that? Okay, so our next one is the volcano. And we just keep putting them together until we have all of our designs in place in our book. And I think I'm just gonna do one more, and then I'll add my back cover page. And in here, you know, you could add some text on this back page with your information, you know, the name of your shop, whatever it is you feel comfortable doing. It's completely optional. But once you have this the way you want it, we're going to name this Dinosaur Coloring Book. And you'll come over here to Share, Download, PDF, Print. And we don't have to tick any of these really. They're all optional. So it looks good the way it is. We want all 14 pages, or you could do CMYK, best for professional printing. But since we're printing black and white anyway, the coloring pages, it's not that big of a deal. So we'll just click download, and it will take a little bit of time for this to generate our PDF. It doesn't usually take too awful long. There we go, Dinosaur Coloring Book, and we're going to save that. And then I'm going to open it up, and we'll just scroll through our pages. And you can see this is what you would give your customer to download this book, this PDF file with all the different images in it that they can print out on their home printer for coloring purposes, you know, for them, for their kids, whatever. We did a child's coloring book tonight, but you can absolutely use this same process to make coloring books for adults as well. Alrighty, so I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. You do not know how much I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have an awesome day.